Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 759 comes to you with a unanimous endorsement from your Senate Education Committee. This is one of two bills we will hear this session related to the issue of campus-based sexual assault, which unfortunately is at a crisis level in our state and across the country. Nearly 1 in 5 Oregon college students will report being the victim of a sexual assault during their college years. That number is far too high. And while those victims tend to be women, we also heard directly from survivors of sexual assault in our committee who were men. When these students experience this type of assault, this type of trauma, they need to have access to good information. And what Senate Bill 759 does is to make sure that that happens. It will require every college and university in the state to develop a written protocol for how they will respond when a student makes a report such as this. And that protocol has to involve written statements that are provided to the student in plain language, in a font of a color and size that a student can read and easily understand. That information needs to explain to them the difference between the different types of complaint processes they can file. What's the difference between pursuing a criminal prosecution and pursuing a campus disciplinary procedure? What's the difference between a criminal procedure and a civil procedure? The bill must also provide them with information about community and campus-based supports that are available to them for health services and for counseling services. And in response to some recent reports, the bill also requires colleges and universities to explicitly disclose to students when information that they might assume to be confidential that they share with staff at campus counseling centers or campus health centers might be used against them at a later date or disclosed to people without their consent, including having those records included in their student records. If students go and seek help, they need to trust that their information is confidential, and if it's not, they need to be told so up front so they can decide whether they want to get those resources on their campus or seek a place that is truly confidential. Senate Bill 659 has the support of the Oregon Student Association. It's a bill that will make our campuses safer and allow individuals to pursue justice. I wanted to thank all of those that came to testify on this bill and a number of other bills related to sexual assault this session, particularly Brenda Tracy, who was a victim of a horrible sex crime on the Oregon State campus in 1998. She was unable to seek prosecution of those that victimized her because she was not provided with appropriate access to information when she reported that assault. What happened to her is an injustice, but I am grateful that she has turned that into an effort to make sure that doesn't happen to anybody else ever. So thank you for listening, and I urge your support of Senate Bill 759.